Good afternoon, gardeners. Today we're going to talk about harvest times and seed leaves, scientifically known as cotyledon leaves. Somewhere on every seed packet you'll notice a number associated with the word harvest or days to harvest. What exactly does this mean? Technically, that is just an estimated time of how long it will take your plant to produce fruit ready for harvest. But when does that time frame really begin? Does that time frame begin when the seed is planted? Does that time frame begin when the plant sprouts or germinates? Does that time frame begin when the first set of true leaves are noticeable? Or does that time frame begin when the seedling is transplanted into its permanent home, whether that be your garden or a pot? Now, most seed companies will tell you that the harvest time begins as soon as a seed germinates if it is planted directly in permanent soil. They will also tell you that the harvest time frame begins when your transplant, your already started plant, is transplanted into the garden soil or a permanent home. To me, the whole point of starting plants, your garden plants early indoors, is to cut into that harvest time because of the short growing season that we have in the Northeast. So the transplant harvest time frame does not make much sense. Talking with the hands-on experienced gardeners, I use their rule of harvest times every year. My harvest time frame begins when the plant develops its first set of true leaves. This rule only applies providing that the transplant is in its permanent home, no more than 12 weeks after germination. Otherwise, it may stunt the growth of your plant if it is not in garden soil or a pot within 12 weeks. These are seed leaves, long and narrow. These are the first set of true leaves. This plant is working on its second set of true leaves. The reason I use the true leaves harvest time frame is because this is when the seedling can start making or collecting nutrients on its own. The plant cannot make food on its own without its first set of green true leaves. When a plant first germinates, it will get all of its nutrients for the growth of the plant from the seed leaves, or cotyledon leaves. Seed leaves. Cotyledon leaves. This is where all the nutrients are being stored for these plants right now. These seed leaves are the embryonic leaf of the seedling. This is where enough food will be stored, enough nutrients will be stored for the plant to form these other leaves and grow. The nutrients will not come from the roots. They're coming from these seed leaves. When the nutrients run out of these seed leaves, the leaf will eventually fall because they will be of no more use to the plant. Now, harvest times will never be exact. The climate in your area will play the biggest role in your plant growth, in your garden growth, and harvest times. Just be sure to document the garden plant's growth from the year before. All of your garden plants, document everything. This will give you a better understanding of what to expect from your current garden year. Good luck, gardeners. Seed leaves, long and narrow. All the nutrients are here. Once they fall off, the nutrients will come from the roots down below. This plant is working on, it looks like its third set of leaves. These plants right here are about 40 days old. Good luck, gardeners.